If you are answering a question in the GCSE, probably language or literature, are you answering it right? Are you providing your point, your evidence, your explanation in the correct format? Are you following the techniques? Have you identified the language features, the structural techniques, and have you been able to make relevance of it? Have you brought out the relevant point, and have you been able to dish it out? That is what AO2 means. And today we'll be looking at some of the structural and the language features that we can use in any GCSE question. You can use it for language, you can also use it for literature. It is important for any unseen extract that you've not seen. These are some of the important language and structural techniques that you can use. When you have an extract, are you able to bring out the language features and the structural techniques from that extract? Are you able to get the subject matter, the subject terminology from that extract? That is when this comes in. So like I said, we are going to be looking at some important structural and language techniques that we can find in any text in literature or in language. Let's move on to the first language features that writers love to use. They love to use this language feature. It is very important that you search for them when you're reading an extract, bring them out, sort them out from the text. The first is what? Alliteration. Alliteration is two or more words starting with the same letter. Two or more words starting with the same letter. You'll find this kind of words in an extract. Writers love to use them. We have metaphor describing something as if it was something else, using is, using are, or using where. We have personification, attributing human qualities from that word person, attributing human qualities to what? To non-human things, things. We have imagery. Think about words that appeal to your what? Senses, your five senses, the organs to hear, to see, to smell. Those are what imagery is talking about. Onomatopoeia is simply sound words, words that make a sound. Buzz, bang, boom, words like that. We have simile. Simile is what? Comparing two or more things using what? Like or has. We have pathetic fallacy. This is what appeals to nature. We talk about nature. We talk about things that we're talking about nature in this kind of a funny or different way. You are saying that, oh, the sun is smiling at you today. That is a pathetic fallacy. Writers love to use it. We have oxymoron, putting two contrasting words together alone, cold and hot. Beautiful monster, that's oxymoron. Semantic feed, we talk about category. Semantic feed talks about what? The category of things. For instance, when we talk about television, we talk about your laptop, your phones, is in the category of what? Technology. We talk about sun, moon, rain, that's category of what? Nature. That is the semantic feed. Emotive language, words that appeal to your emotions, that appeal to the feelings of humans. Hyperbole, exaggeration. I thanked him a million times. Oh, I've been waiting for you forever. Those are hyperbole. So these are the most important language features that writers use in their extract. The first structural feature we need to find out is the opening. How did this extract start? Did it start with a narrative voice? It's someone saying something? Is someone narrating the story? Is it in first person or third person? Then we have the ending. The ending is, how did it end? How did everything conclude? Is there a shift? Is there a change between how it started and then how it ended? It is very important. It's a very important feature. It's a very important structural feature in any text. Then we have the tenses. The tenses could be in the present. How is the text structured? Is it structured in the past tense, in the future, or are all the tenses all embedded together? Maybe it's shifting from the present to the past, then to the future. It takes us to the past of the whoever is talking about. It takes us to the future. Is that how it's going? That is a shift. And if there is a shift, it's a very important structural feature to be able to analyze when you are checking your extract, the tenses. Then we have foreshadowing. Foreshadowing creates a kind of suspense in a text. Is the author or the writer giving us a clue about how the story is going to end or how is it going to go? It's giving us a suspense, a little clue of what is going to happen eventually. Then we have juxtaposition. They put two words that are contrasting each other, two situations contrasting each other in a story. Repetition is repeating of words, repeating. This is a very important structural feature that you can find in any extract. And then we have anaphora. What is anaphora? Is a subject matter when a particular subject is being talked about and then it's repeated over and over and over again in the text. Then it's important. Then we have listing. Listing could be done either using commas to repeat a particular word over and over again, or using and but, and this happened, but this, and that, and that. That is listing. Then we have rhetorical question. Rhetorical questions are questions that don't need an answer. So rhetorical questions, authors use it, writers use it in their text to ask questions. Hyperphoria is when the writer poses a question and then he answers it by himself. It's also found in the text. Then we have declarative sentence. This talks about the mood, statement, things that are just direct. Like I'm talking right now, I'm talking a declarative sentence. You can never go wrong with declarative sentence. They are always there in a text. Then we have circular structure, probably meaning that the way the author started the story, that is how it ended. It started the same way it ended. That is circular. Then we have minor sentences. These are short words that the author used in his text. The writer uses these short words to actually create a kind of shock, a kind of change and shock in his text. And then finally we have ellipsis. Ellipsis is a very important feature. It means the word 3 dots. So these are the language features and the structural features that any writer use in his text. You should be on the lookout for this and be able to analyze it and find them out in the text, and then you are up to a good grade.